everyone. Hi, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute. If you are still here and still subscribed and tuning in right now, thank you so much. Thank you for being patient. As you may or may not know, I gave birth 6 months ago and I'm just starting to get back into the swing of things. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a start to finish get ready with me. Obviously, I am already ready right now. We are going to be doing skincare, hair, makeup, and getting dressed together. And I'm going to do a Q&A. I asked you guys on my Instagram what kind of questions you had for me. You guys sent in a bunch of incredible questions. So I can't wait to get started. Let's take all of this off, rewind to the beginning, and let's go. I tried to segment them out into like different categories. So we have wellness and beauty, pregnancy, postpartum, Chatty, family/home life, and career. So let's get started. First up, we're gonna do skincare and talk about wellness and beauty. So I'm starting with Cubby's. Next up, vitamin C serum. Already washed my face in the shower. So the first question here is, what is your current fitness routine? If you guys are new here, I'm 6 months postpartum, so lots and lots of walking. I am like a walking Pilates girl, which I never saw coming. I've been going to SLT, which is like a Pilates class here in New York, and doing like at least an hour of walking per day. And then 2 other days a week, I do weightlifting, which I love and have been doing for years. And then 1 other day a week, I do more just like walking and yoga. And I feel like I finally found like a really nice balance. And I don't feel super tired at the end of the week. I feel like I recover. Moving on to Cubby's last but not least moisturizer. So anyway, that is my current workout split and I'm feeling really good. What is my diet like? So I'm not gonna lie, I've been eating like super healthy over the last couple of weeks, definitely since I stopped nursing. So in the morning, I have like scrambled eggs with spinach and onions and some cheese, and maybe I have some avocado and sweet potato with it. And then for lunch, I have been having like grilled chicken with sweet potato and like broccoli that I made in the convection oven. And then I usually have snacks throughout the day, which is like almonds, fruit, avocado, popcorn. It kind of depends. Like that hasn't really changed for me. And then for dinner, again, I do some sort of protein, some sort of vegetable, and some sort of carb. And I also feel like making sure I have a little bit of carb with each meal helps me kind of stay balanced throughout the rest of the day, because I used to like always reach for sugar and want stuff like that. And I feel like I'm being better about that. Biosan, squalene, and zinc sheer mineral sunscreen. One and done thing that makes you feel more put together each day. Well, of course, one of those things is skincare. Like skincare just makes me feel so much better about myself, and it's like easy and quick, especially if you do like the Cubby routine. Between skin, hair, and makeup, I do feel like really amazing when my hair is done. Like I can go without makeup as long as my hair is done. I can go without my hair done and without my makeup done, but I always feel more confident when my hair is done. Like when I get a blowout, I'm just like feeling very spectacular. While I was pregnant, actually, I would go to Dry Bar once a week, and it was like my life hack. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I was like quite a cranky pregnant person. When I would go to Dry Bar, I would walk out of there like feeling like $1,000,000. Like it was like the best thing I could do for myself. So if you're pregnant or just feeling down in the dumps, a blowout goes a long way. And that is my morning skincare routine right now. Let's move on to makeup. First up, I am using Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind. I use the color Sand. Next question, are you still drinking coffee? I feel like a lot of these questions probably make a little bit more sense if you follow me on Instagram. I did give up coffee for quite a while after I gave birth. I actually drank so much coffee while I was pregnant. Don't try that at home, kids. Talk to your doctor. Then after I gave birth, I had so much anxiety, which we will get into later in this video. So then I stopped drinking coffee. I am drinking coffee again, which I'm super excited about. I love having that part of my morning routine. Like I just drink my iced coffee and like watch the sunrise, because I wake up at like the crack of dawn. I don't know, it feels really good. But not drinking it, I will say I slept amazing. Like I had never experienced just like putting your head on the pillow and then falling asleep immediately. It was pretty epic. Next up, we are going to do this Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in the shade 220. Is it challenging being so open on social media? Yes, it is hard to be open on social media. I feel like, especially because I was very open about my pregnancy and postpartum on my Instagram, I got a mix of reactions. Some people were like, thank you so much for sharing this, like you made me feel so much better, or less alone, or I'm going through the same thing. But then I definitely got a lot of really hateful, mean messages of people being like, clearly you're not well, or like you shouldn't have kids, or you should adopt, or like you're making it sound worse than it is. And that's never my intention, to scare anyone who is pregnant or postpartum or anything like that. Like especially someone who's pregnant, I don't want them to be like, oh my God, like this is so scary what's coming. But my goal and intention in being honest on social media is so that if someone else is watching this, they feel less alone. That's my only like hope and intention. You do read those negative messages and it just makes me overthink everything I say after that, because I'm like, what if people think I'm complaining too much? What if people think that I'm super negative? I don't want to be a negative space on the internet. So yes, it is a little bit hard, I won't lie. Now I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Next question, did you feel pressure to bounce back? Yes, 100%. I would say I'm only starting to feel like myself again, body-wise, spiritually, emotionally, 6 months, going on 7 months postpartum. But I'm not gonna lie, like my peers or people who gave birth around the same time as me, I watched a lot of them go back to work as a model or go back to work whatever they were doing or fitting into their pants way earlier than I did. I mean, I'm still not there. And that really got to me. Like, I feel like that comparison element of social media, I never was someone who scrolled and was like, oh, I wish I was doing that, or I wish I was on that vacation. Like, I always feel pretty content, but while I was postpartum, I did not. I felt like I was behind. I felt like, why isn't my body bouncing back? Why don't I have abs already? And it was really hard. But I just knew that like my body had its own plan, its own journey that it needed to go through. I just had to be patient and give yourself grace. And so many people said that to me postpartum. It was so hard in the moment because you like can't believe what your body just did. But at the same time, you're like, okay, yeah, that's cool. But I'm ready to like get back to what I used to be like. And I was like, I'm being so mean to myself. Why can't I be kinder? It's something I'm still working on. I don't have an answer. I don't have a solution for you. But to answer the original question, yes, I felt pressure to bounce back. Favorite hair products right now. For shampoo and conditioner, I have very dry scalp, so I alternate between using Crown Affairs shampoo and conditioner. I'm actually out of it right now, waiting for a new one to come. I'll like pop it up here on the screen. I alternate between that and using my prescription shampoo that my dermatologist gave me. The prescription one makes my hair very dry, like the ends of my hair very dry, which I don't appreciate and don't like that at all. But it helps with the dandruff and dry scalp. I also use the Jisoo hair oil. We'll get into hair after this. All right, I'm gonna put some of this Charlotte Tilbury bronzer around my eyes right now. I hope the light is good here. I'm a little rusty. Like I'm like, does this look good? I hope so. Pregnancy, postpartum. Can you show us some postpartum images? I definitely can. I'll pop a few here. Pop them here, what I was looking like. And I was definitely like documenting what I was looking like because I was like, it's just fascinating to watch your body like shrink like a balloon after having a baby. Like 1 minute, like my stomach was huge. And then it just like each day goes down a tiny bit more and you're like, how is this possible? But I'm always hesitant to share the postpartum images because when other women share postpartum images, and I remember looking at those images while I was pregnant and postpartum and feeling very triggered by it. I don't hate the way that I look in any of these photos, but I just want to trigger anyone because it triggered me. That's what I looked like, and it changes still weekly, daily. It's crazy. I'm using the Laneige lip mask. Next question is, why was your nursing experience so hard? My nursing experience was not hard in the sense that my milk came in great, I had great supply, and Teddy latched amazing. And I feel super grateful for all of those things because I feel like for a lot of women, I hear like when they go to a lactation consultant or whatever it may be, those are like the core issues that they struggle with. So I feel really grateful that Teddy was like, she came out and I put her on my chest and she was like on there. I also had a doula who helped with that though, which highly recommend getting a doula if you can. I'm gonna do my eyebrows before I get fully into this. I'm using Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the color 1. So I think the experience was hard for me was number 1, I had something called DMER, which is called dysphoric milk ejection reflex. What happened was every time I would nurse or pump, for the first 1 to 2 minutes, I would get the most intense, sad, anxious, overwhelmed, disgusted, crawl out of my skin feeling in my body every single time, without doubt. It was so hard. And I was just like, wow. Like at first I was like, gosh, my hormones are like really doing me dirty during this postpartum period. And then I looked it up and it's a real thing. I couldn't believe that like not everyone has that. I was like, yeah, don't you guys feel like super anxious and depressed every time you nurse? And my friends were like, no. I was like, cool, that's a me thing. I think it was also hard because like so many other women, I felt an absolutely insane pressure to nurse. I think the combination of that, the pressure I was putting on myself, the pressure I felt from society, like that invisible pressure, the DMER. Once I finally gave Teddy formula and we found the right one for her, which did take time, I was like, oh, I can do this. This is really nice. And like getting a little bit more of my time back, getting my boobs back. I'm not gonna lie, like having a 36 double D, which is what I had while I was nursing, was like an outer body experience. Like I was like, I don't know whose boobs these are. Like looking at me in the mirror, I just was like, I had like a B, C cup before, and I'm kind of back to that now. And it didn't make me feel good about myself. And I also didn't like waking up in the middle of the night, like soaked in milk all the time. If I'm being honest, I wish that I had stopped earlier because, you know, I had a hypothesis that nursing was kind of like the reason why my mental health and what was not great and why I was so anxious. And it turns out that I was right, because once I stopped, I started feeling so much better. So that's what it was for me. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of brow gel. I'm using this Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt. Worst postpartum symptoms. So I think my postpartum anxiety was definitely one of the worst things that I dealt with. I think I'm gonna do a separate video on that alone, just because there's a lot to like talk about and unpack there. Postpartum anxiety, I felt like I was legitimately on like hard drugs, like 24/7. I hope I don't get demonetized or this video doesn't get banned for that, but I literally felt that anxious and that amped up all the time. So that was definitely my worst symptom. Okay, I'm gonna curl my lashes quickly. What helps with postpartum anxiety? So of course, one of the things that helped with my postpartum anxiety was therapy. Talking to other women, exercising helped so much. I like needed to like get out that energy every single day. When I was at peak, like postpartum anxiety, I wasn't cleared to work out yet. That was really difficult. Doing some mascara, I'm using the Colossal Curl Bounce from Maybelline. Most surprising thing you learned about being a mom so far? I don't know if it's like the most surprising, but I think my favorite thing about being a mom so far, every morning I wake up feeling like it's Christmas morning because Teddy exists. You know when you like have something coming up, like a vacation or it's Christmas or I don't know what it is, and you like wake up and you feel excited and you're like, oh my God, I remember I was so excited about something. What is it again? And then you're like, oh yeah, it's this vacation. You're like, oh yeah, it's this thing. Like mine, I'm like, oh yeah, it's Teddy. Like I have a baby that I like love so much and I can't wait for her to wake up literally every single morning. So I think, like I've heard a lot of other women say, the love that you feel towards your child is like just out of control, pure obsession, love, like we'll do anything. And I think that's really special. We are moving on to hair, everyone. This is my hair like 2 to 3 days not washed. I kind of straightened it the other day. We're gonna refine it. First, I'm gonna use some dry shampoo. I am using Batiste dry shampoo. I'm sure there are better ones out there, but I like get this one at CVS. It works. Sometimes I definitely walk out like looking like freaking George Washington with gray hair. Okay, next question. Did you start solids? Yes, we did. We started solids, some purees, some veggies, like Teddy's had sweet potato and broccoli and quite a few things. The only thing we have not introduced yet, and she is 6 months, so we can start doing this, is like eggs and peanut butter, which I'm literally so scared to do. And I actually told Kyle that, you know what I'm gonna do, guys? Like, I don't even care. I'm gonna roll Teddy over in her stroller to the hospital, and I'm gonna give her peanut butter outside of the hospital. And then if she has a reaction, I'm right outside. I'm not even embarrassed. That's a good idea. I don't care. That's what I'm doing. No one asked me about that, but I'm just telling you. Then the question is, who does Teddy look like? She actually looks like a perfect combination of Kyle and I. She's more me from like the nose down. She's a little more Kyle from here up. She's so beautiful and so cute, but I'm her mom, so obviously I think that. Moving on to our next category, we are doing family and home. Are you fully moving to the suburbs or splitting time in the city? So we are fully moving to the suburbs in August. Kyle and I are moving outside of the city to an area in upstate New York. First, I'm gonna straighten my hair and then I'm gonna curl it, by the way. At first, we were considering keeping a place in the city for a little while. As Kyle said this, like, I feel like we need to like burn the boats and commit to this new location, make friends, like start a social life there for at least a year so that we can see if we really like it. I'm doing my famous flat iron waves. If you guys haven't watched that video yet, I mean, you should, because it has like a gazillion views. How many kids do you want to have? I would honestly like love to have 4 kids. That feels like a really nice squad, but I don't know if I can get pregnant 4 times. So that's tough, but I would love to have 4 kids, at least 2. So maybe we'll land with 3, we'll see. How is Kyle as a dad? Kyle is so sweet as a dad. I'm not gonna lie, he definitely wanted to have a boy. So when we had a girl, I think he was kind of like not sure or what to expect. He's so gushy and sweet with her. He loves her so much. He still works a lot, like that is Kyle's nature. He's been like that since the day that I met him, and he's like such a driven person and has such high expectations in terms of like what he brings to the table and what he provides for us as a family. He's obviously not like the sole provider because I also work. He didn't take a paternity leave, he like went straight back to work, but because he's still working from home, he definitely sees her a lot more than he would if he like went into the office. But to answer your question, he has been really great and really sweet, and it's really amazing to watch your partner become a parent. Finishing touches, I like to straighten the ends a tiny bit. And sometimes I take this front bit and straighten it forward a little bit. See, I like when it comes down like on my forehead a little bit, but not too much. So that is my hair, that is my makeup. Let's go get dressed, and I think I only have a few more questions left. And then you guys will officially be downloaded on literally my entire life. All right, everyone, time to find an outfit. We're going into my closet. I'm not gonna lie, I am so embarrassed of what my side of the closet looks like. Organization is just not my strong suit. I don't get it. I reorganize and it just never stays organized. It is not in my soul. Like, if you have a tip, please comment below. Anyway, I'm so embarrassed. This is my rolling rack of like the things that I'm wearing and fitting into right now and loving right now. So I like to keep them on the rack because they're like easy to pull from and get. Okay, so I like really keep a super simple formula in the summers. I'm wearing this white bodysuit, which is from Abercrombie. I have this is freaking pink. This pink button down from Storettes and some white jeans. And I always love to do like a monochromatic with a pop of color over it. It's just like the easiest, most simple way to look put together. So let's put it on. Here's how it's looking so far. Hold on. Simple, easy, cute. Let me get shoes. I have like one meeting this afternoon, so I'm just gonna put on these cute little Steve Madden block heels. I'll put something like next to here so you can like fully see the look. So yeah, the top is Storettes, the bodysuit is Abercrombie, jeans are A-Gold, shoes are Steve Madden, I just said that. Okay, so I'm fully ready. You saw my outfit, got a full OOTD. Maybe I'll also post this on TikTok and I'll try to link all the items below if they are still available. Welcome to the corner of my room, which I call like my jungle corner because I have like 10 plants behind me. I have 2 more questions left. One person asked if I missed modeling, and like I mentioned earlier, I am gonna go back to modeling in some like way, but I definitely miss it sort of like as much as I used to do it. Like it was such a core part of who I was, and pregnancy and postpartum really made me go like, am I ever gonna go back to that? How do I feel if I never go back to that? But sure, like a lot of my identity was so much tied to being a model, and then I have this whole new ginormous role of being a mother. So like figuring out model, mother, co-founder, it's definitely been an adjustment. And figuring out like, I don't have to identify with one role or one thing. Like women are so multifaceted, but it's definitely been an adjustment. And final question, somebody asked me when Covey is dropping a new product. We will be dropping a new product this summer. I'm so excited. Comment below if you could take a wild guess what it is. It's something we've been working on for over a year. It's something that I feel really passionate about. It's something that was missing from my routine, and I absolutely can't wait to share it with you guys. Make sure if you don't follow Covey yet, go follow them on Instagram, follow us on TikTok. I read all of our DMs. I read all of my own DMs. But anyway, this concludes this video. Is this video going to be 45 minutes? Potentially. I had a really fun time kind of catching up with you guys. I always felt like I wasn't fully able to explain and address a lot of things that were going on in my life on Instagram. There's only so much you can say in a story or in some text on a story. So I hope you guys enjoyed this update. Let me know in the comment section below what other videos you would like to see from me. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be a lot more consistent on here. I can't wait to connect with you more. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.